So, welcome everyone to the winter solstice ceremony, December 2023. Are you ready for this, y'all? This means more light. Are you ready? It always seems so weird to me when the light comes and then it takes it so long to get here. It still feels like we're still going into the dark because it's winter. At least in the northern hemisphere, it is. And yeah, the little kid in me is still trying to figure that out. All right, let's jump in. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I know you're from all over the place, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's call in sacred space. Call it in. It's already here, but let's acknowledge it. How about that? Ceremony. So let's all take a big, deep breath. And as we exhale, drop those grounding cords down. I'm kicking my shoes off. Drop them down, drop them down. Drop that center line all the way down into the earth. Feel that pull. Feel her hold you. And then inhale, draw that earth energy up. Send it up and out through the top of the head, connecting all the way up to your 12th dimensional self. All the way up to creator, creatrix. To that big black hole mama that's right over the top of us right now. Inhale. Draw that cosmic energy down through your body. Send it all the way down into the earth, activating the as above, so below flow. And just breathe into that. And then breathing in and breathing out. Activate the as within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth. We give thanks to be here, riding on her back in a physical body with her solid foundation underneath us. Moving to the south, we welcome water and clear, clean current emotions. We welcome love and joy and happiness and peace and abundance into our circle. Moving to the west, we welcome air and mind and clarity and focus and all of our guidance. Moving to the east, we welcome, the east, we welcome fire, movement, passion, the spark of light that lights us up. We invite divine right action into our circle today. Moving to the center, we welcome our own inner feminine and our own inner masculine into the circle. We call their energy together and ground it into Mother Earth. We call up Mama Gaia to activate all of these energies within us. And we welcome our own sweet, extraordinary souls into the circle. We ask that all of these energies be with us, pray with us, and dance with us for our mutual benefit. Aho. Get up and move. Uh, all right, Joe. So glad you're here. I'm deeply moved that you all are here. It's dawning on me that I haven't done high ceremony with this many people online in a bit. And I can feel all of you. You're giddy. So ground yourselves, send your roots down. That's why we call it sacred space. Drink water. Make sure you all stay hydrated. This isn't going to go away. It's just going to, you're feeling the energy. We're in the opening door of this event on this planet. We have never had an event quite like this one. Okay? We haven't. So, all of us take a moment, ground, and get quiet. We still have maybe 24 hours of quiet. So, drop in, drop down, and feel this is the shortest day, but the longest night. And for whatever reason, and I think I know the reason, we'll talk about it, I have savored the darkness this time. I have savored this time of quiet. And if you allow yourself, you can too. It means that you do this and you turn off most of your screens on a regular basis so that you can go into your inner screen. So I invite you to do that and just feel what it feels like to be quiet. So this is the dawn of a whole new beginning. And we have massive support to make it whatever we want it to be. Yeah. I hear you, Valerie. There's a lot for a lot of folks right now, which is why we need to get quiet and feel it. We can't move over it. We have to let it flow through us. And that's what we're really good at. We can do that. Our human bodies are amazing that way. So, everyone, keep breathing. Keep sending your cords down, sending your roots down, grounding into Mama. She's been through all of these changes. And she can hold us all and does. So I know you're here for Solstice. And for those of you that don't know, I think most of you do, this is like a halfway point. The sun has been going into hiding, and now it is peaking, and it is going to come back in the northern hemisphere. So seasonally, when we do ceremony on this day, when we plan, when we go within and do a little house cleaning on this day, It lasts for 3 months. And I know that all of you want to know the astrology stuff. It's not much different than last year, a little bit different, but kind of the same because we're in the same spot that we were. But I will tell you the long and short of this and how it is set up. This is one of the most supportive, amazing, creative, energy flowing windows we've ever been in. And we got slammed right. I think it is, some people were really frustrated with the fact that right after we had that new moon in Sagittarius, which is, oh, let's learn stuff, let's go places, let's do stuff. Mercury went retrograde and people feel like they got smacked. I have been so happy. And I've been playing this whole time because what that gives us is a window of creativity that we don't squander looking out there, but we bring in and look in here and integrate and create from all the things we've gathered, all the wisdom we've gathered this year, all the pain and suffering we've gathered, all the joy, all the creativity, everything. This is the time we go in and look at that, and we can. And then tomorrow, the sun's back. Woohoo! I know some of you are really happy about that. Some of you are like, don't hit me no more. But it's coming. We're going to talk about that. And we have this wonderful time. Capricorn is all about structure, form, planning for the next 7 generations. So whoopee, she's here. And let's do that because we need to do that now. We're at the beginning and the ending of so many cycles, too many to count. And so there's going to be a lot of change and a lot of newness. And this is the time we ride that wave. So we're still, for some people stuck in purgatory. We're in Mercury retrograde land where you're better off to just stay home and create stuff. At least that's what this Gemini likes to do. So we get to do that until January 1st. January 1st, we're out of jail. Mercury goes direct, and we can begin to initiate some of those plans, some of those things that we set forth. I'm with you, Val. I could use lots of windows like this. We're going to talk about what to do with all of that energy that's coming. So tomorrow, the light comes back. And for some of you that got slammed by those solar flares, there's more coming. We're going to talk about that. But my point here, don't waste this time. It is so precious. We all stood in line and planned to buy our ticket right at this moment so we could be here now. So, along with the suffering that people are going through, understand that it is the seedbed for what is coming. More light. So this week, many of you know this, you were with me. I have spent a lot of time being enchanted And most of you know that I believe that being enchanted and living that way means following directives from your soul. And I am a firm believer that this is the path forward, and it's the only way. Now, hear me, because there's a lot of suffering going on out there. The only way out of our difficulties on this planet, the only way forward, is for all of us to stop looking out of these lenses here and go here. This will scare you every single time because you haven't gone here first. We weren't trained to go here first. This is an afterthought, what we think we should be doing, but we never do it. And at this point, we can't not. Would you agree? So for me, it only makes sense that if you're going to plan for the future, and we are, you have to check in with that part of you that knows. What you need to understand is, and we've talked about this in the past 2 or 3 sessions, what you need to understand is that part of you that knows is alive and well right inside of you. And it is not just, when we think of our soul, a lot of times we think of ourselves as a little soul away from the big soul. But our soul is that. Our soul used to live there. It knows. It's been here with you from the beginning. And sometimes it's hard to take that in. Okay? But we have to now. Because this part of you, you can trust it. Okay? This part of you has traveled with you all this time. It knows your history, it knows everyone else's history around you, your past, your future, all your dimensional selves. All of that is housed in here. And even astrology, that's one of our ego's good navigational skills. Even with all of that, hands down, this is the place we need to check in first. Because sometimes our ego might need a little guidance. So we're going to do that right now together. And I'm going to take you on a little meditative journey so that you can begin to sink in. You can begin to connect there. And we'll go a little deeper this time for some of you that may have a hard time finding this space because you feel sad or you're overwhelmed. We'll go a little deeper to try to help you get there. Okay? So just close your eyes. Everyone close your eyes. Put your hand on your heart. And breathe into it. Just really focus your attention into the center of your heart. And breathe. So I want you to see if you can imagine yourself going down deep into the center of your heart, into that original cell, or all the ones that are closest in, to that original cell that was there to catch your soul when you slipped through the dimensions into this physical world. All those cells in your heart, they were screaming for you. They were begging you to come down here. They couldn't wait for you to get here. And they're just like a bunch of little kids. They're all like, oh, there she is. There she is. And then they just glob on around you. So I want you to just let yourself feel that love from all of those little spark seeds of the earth. They love you. Your heart loves you. They didn't want to leave. They just hang out with you. They don't go anywhere. And they work for you because they love you. So I want you to just feel that, rest in that. Let yourself kind of drink that in and suck it up and feel nourished by that love, that kind of love. That's the love you came from. It's the love you wanted to bring here. And it's happy and giddy. So feel that. Let yourself remember going up that spiral staircase from that room inside of your heart. Climbing all the way up to where you originated. Feeling the love that was there. And breathing it in. And then spiraling all the way down. Back down. Down to this earthly plane. Where you're nestled in your heart space. So just feel what it feels like to be here now. Loved by so many. All the cells in your body. All your friends on this call. Me. All your family. All your other friends around you. So loved. Let yourself bathe in that. And then begin to ponder some questions. As you rest in that still place. And if you need to jot these down, you can. I will give you some more time later if you'd rather not. What does your soul want you to know now? Just be with that. What is the flavor of love your soul came to bring to this planet. And how are you going to do that? Not how did you do it yesterday, or how did you think you were supposed to do it? What does your soul think right now? It may just be being here, bringing your energy to this call. So just breathe into that for a little bit. You know, a couple of weeks ago when this explosion, creative explosion kind of happened to me, Mother Earth, told me she needed more light, like a lot of it. She called it a light infusion. And she said we needed it too. And that we needed to clear our bodies and get ready. And, you know, I hear this kind of stuff all the time, and I'm just kind of like, okay, all right, yeah, I got you. I need to do a cleanse. I need to quit eating sugar. I know. Right here on the heels of the holiday season, right? And then that big blast of light came in. All the solar flares, people seeing blue light everywhere. All this energy was here to help us. We didn't think it felt helpful at the time, or many of us didn't. I did, but lots of people got slammed. Um, and even though it was rough, it was a gift because it came in the dark. The sun was still at its lowest ebb, so there was a cushion. It didn't slam us quite that part. But tomorrow, the light is coming back. And I just want you to know, number one, it is precious. It is a gift. And it's just going to keep coming. That's what they meant by the age of Aquarius. Light is information. The age of Aquarius is all about expansion. All of this equates to lots more light. And you know, there's tons of medicine stories out there where Mother Earth calls out and says, I need some help. Krishna, I need some help. Yeshua, I need some help. And, you know, the kids are getting unruly. Help. And somebody comes. That happens a lot. Yes, Pam, me too. I surrendered to it. I go to bed at 8. I get up at 3. 8 hours. I still get it in. But it's like when this all came in, I could not. The reason, I'll just let you in on a little secret. That's the most creative time. As women, they used to call it, 4 o'clock, the bewitching hour, because women would gather in the dark to pray, to connect to the earth, and to create. That's what's been happening for me. It's been a creative explosion because it's quiet, because I can actually hear my soul's voice at that time of the day. So surrender, y'all. It helps. You'll get a lot of good guidance if you're waking up that time anyway. Just go to bed early so that you can actually let your brain drain. Your brain needs to clean itself at night. So make sure you get sleep. How I just decided when I get sleepy, unless I'm teaching a class, I'm going to bed. And it usually happens for me. So my point with all this is that we've known for a while, all of us have been praying. We know we don't like to see what's happening on this planet. And mom may very well be calling out, saying she needs more light. And instead of sending someone else, no one's coming. This time, we are it, all of us. Okay? So right now, they're just sending light. And we keep hearing that phrase, we're the ones we've been waiting for. Okay, what are we supposed to do with this light? We can't just take aspirin and go to bed because we have a migraine. What are we supposed to do? Here's what's happening, folks. Our bodies are changing. We're moving out of Homo sapien to Homo luminous. And that is why we wanted to be here now. Our bodies are literally learning how to translate light into information, into nourishment, into all the things we need here. Okay? If our bodies don't have a way to digest it, we get symptoms. We get headaches, sleep interruptions, dizziness. So the first thing we have to do in order to figure this out, we have to go here. And I will explain why again for anybody that didn't hear it the first time. So I'm going to put you all down here so I can read my notes, most of them. Once again, she started talking to me a couple of days ago, and she said, I don't need any more stuff. I need more light. Same for us. We are used to creating. I can't stand to look down. We are used to creating from here. Once again, that place of fear, right? We have to go here now because this has information that we can't access from here. Our brain thinks we can, and we call it guidance. We call it all kinds of things. It's just our brain. It's our third dimensional brain, our ego. The wisdom part of us, the real live wisdom part of us that lives in our heart, because our cells in our heart don't leave, it is the brain that needs to be consulted right now. Now, hear me out. This is our first dimensional self. So yeah, it's all about connecting to the earth, but what lives in here is our wisdom bank of everything. If we don't give it access, if we continue to operate from here, we'll continue to try things to fix it, and it won't fix. It just won't. And because we've been doing that, that's not working. We can't get access to higher levels of knowledge until we surrender our will to our divine will that lives in here. She will not steer us wrong. She will not make us starve. She will provide, and she will show you easy ways to help your body begin to digest the light and the information that is coming in and hitting the planet right now. Okay? Our bodies right now may not be able to withstand all the light that's coming. It's a gift, but we have to prepare for it. So the sun's coming back tomorrow. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play. We all need a light infusion because the light is just going to keep coming. So if we give ourselves little doses, if we practice giving ourselves little doses, we'll begin to build light muscle in our bodies. What we're really doing is we're placing receptors, which are just little sacred geometrical shapes. We're placing those receptors in our energy field, and we're putting vibrations in them so that when more light hits us, there's a place for it to go. And we can begin to connect here and let this big light begin to radiate out around us to support us, to protect us, to keep us from feeling afraid. When I started doing this practice, it's probably the first time I can ever remember that I didn't feel afraid of my life. That I'd figured out how to pedal the bike, but I had to keep pedaling. And I had to keep pedaling. And it was all done out of fear. Now, when 3 o'clock hits and I jump out of bed, I can't wait to get downstairs. And I can't wait to hear what my heart has to tell me. And that is what I want for you. So, here's how this works. Ideally, our torus field, our body, we have that center line that we activate every time we call in sacred space. But our body is a torus field. So there's this tube of energy that flows both directions around us and creates this beautiful Vesica Pisces energy inside of us. The earth has one too. And originally, our bodies were designed to be fed by, our torus fields were designed to be fed by and to feed the field of the earth. It was a symbiotic relationship. We were trading information. Because here's the thing. Remember, we took that little trip up the spiral staircase. We came back down. Remember those pictures we used to see of all the little sperms hitting the ovum? Think of yourself as a little light sperm coming down from the black hole of heaven and planting itself on Mother Earth's back. That's what we are. We are packets of information. And we are still connected to that source of information. And so we can share our information with her. She can share information with us. The gift of connecting with this first dimensional self, unending, overflowing prana, life force. It'll feel like love. It'll feel like giddiness, but it is the reason we like to be alive. It's that elixir of life that when we have enough of it, when we're 6, we think we're invincible. The only thing that slows that down is growing up and being told that we should. all we have to do is go back here. All of that is here. So we're going to create ways for that light to get in and turn on this. And so when I tell you this is a light infusion energy meditation, that's exactly what it is. Because what we were really supposed to use these chakras for was communicating with this part of us, not going out there looking at all the crazy and then going out there and try to find something to fix all the crazy. The answers are in here. Okay. So imaginal cells, absolutely. That's where they live. So what I've learned is the best way to do all that is to connect here. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to give you all a light infusion and we're going to do ceremony. So the way we're going to set this up is I'm going to give you some time. We've gone, we've listened, we're still listening. I'm going to give you some time to go deeper in to your heart, to your soul, and just ask, what am I here to create this time? You know, this is a new space that we're in. What does our soul need us to do right now? What kind of support do we need? How can we support ourselves and this planet through this time of transition? We can't run. We can't bury our heads in the sand, and we can't hide from the light. We have to welcome it, not be afraid of it, and let it be that creational information that we need. Okay? So, once again, I'm going to remind you that what lives in here is that love that we've talked about, that's bigger and deeper and wider than we can ever imagine. And that love is life force, and it has nothing to do with all of the trappings and everything to do with it. It's alive and real. It's what keeps you alive, and it's alive inside of you. And in order for our lives to work, we've got to go back to origination point. We've got to have the experience of remembering who we are at soul level. That feeling is where the rest of our life needs to develop from. It's our I am presence. It's our source light. It's our guiding light. And it's all right here. We can trust it. It doesn't come from a guru, not even from me. It's yours. So I want you to sit back, get quiet, close your eyes, because I want you to really connect with that part of you. Take a minute. Breathe in. And just ask the question, what? What does my soul want me to do? And if you need to write it down, you can write it down. What does my soul need or want me to hear? Maybe it's just comfort. It's like, let your soul speak. That place that loves you, let it speak to you. When you find it, it's just pure love. No judgment. So I want you to just give your soul time to talk. You can keep your eyes closed. And as you ponder, when I do this activation, we're going to put in all your desired outcomes. So you don't need to worry. But just be there in your soul, nestled in that love. And I'm going to give you this little activation. I acknowledge and ask to connect all of you to your source light center point inside your heart. And I ask that you open and shine that source light through that golden spiral of light that runs up and down your spine. And let it spread out into your whole source light energy field for this light infusion. I ask to activate within your Merkaba the harmony of the sacred geometries of this planet. Just let yourself feel that. And I infuse into your source light point, your golden spiral, your source light energy field, this infusion treatment. I activate all the source light symbols and all 60 light frequencies in your source light point, your golden spiral, your source light energy field. I activate the harmonies of these geometries, outcomes, and frequencies within your source light energy field and shine these energies into your world to bless everyone, everything, every situation you meet. And I ask that we connect individually to our personal source light energy points, our source light energy fields, and that our fields connect to and through the source light energy field of Gaia. I initiate and activate opportunities for health, growth, and restoration in your source light point and your source light energy field. So just breathe that in. Let yourself feel that. I infuse 4 seed water source light symbols at each of your source light energy centers, your head, your heart, and your sacral. Just allow those sacred geometrical shapes to begin to move in and around your body, where they can hold and collect all the other vibrations we're going to put in them, all the other infusions of light that they are going to hold. I ask that these energy centers support the fulfillment of the following outcomes and frequencies. So I infuse these desired outcomes into your golden light source point, your golden spiral, your source light energy field. Maintained connection to your own personal source light. Breathe that in. Open your heart. Let that light radiate out through your whole body. Restoration of balance to our material world in all aspects, both personal and collective. Receive the new light coming in a way that serves us and those we love. Open-hearted joy for all beings. And all of your personal desired outcomes. I infuse those into your personal source light point and source light energy field. I also infuse your source light point, your golden spiral, and your source light energy field with the frequencies of stability, empowerment, understanding, and nurturance. Feel that. Let all of those anchor in. I declare these outcomes to be so and infuse and integrate completion into your source light point, your golden spiral, and your source light energy field. As these energies are activated and engaged, I close this healing in the light. So just let yourself be in that space of healing and containment. And know that we've planted those seeds in your light field. And that sacred geometry container will hold them. And they'll just grow. And you just get to watch. So rest in that and trust that. So if you want to do more of this, join me at the end of the year. This is how we're going to create our year, is doing these practices and then utilizing that Capricorn energy to plan. If you want to plan for the next 7 or just for 2024, you can join me there. It'll all be recorded. I've got 3 levels of pricing. So nobody needs to not be able to afford this. Same, if you want to keep doing more. Source Light School starts January 14th. This is where we learn the mechanics of what we're doing. And I'm not going to go over all of this because I want you all to stay here in this space. But suffice it to say that you'll learn the practices I'm doing. You'll learn other practices. You'll get to know all 12 dimensions of yourself and the gifts that are in there, how to use sacred geometry to access it, tons and tons of stuff. It is too very, very affordable. And if it isn't affordable enough, let me know. And then, of course, always Sacred Rhythms, Body Wisdom Boot Camp, New Earth Priestess, all start in January. So here we go, everyone. We are going to activate the healing and transformation we just put in your energy field. So very carefully, but happily and joyfully, let's get up and move. Well, maybe we will. Here we go. All right, everyone. So glad you all could come today. I give thanks to the elemental forces for holding space for us today. I give thanks for the light that's coming, and I give thanks for the light that shines brightly from all of these individuals' lives. And I close the circle in the light. All right, lovelies. I will see you next time.